we're currently facing a total unproductive way of using our fashion fabrics in the fast fashion industry. I want to tackle this problem with 100% biodegradable new living fabric. Hi, my name is Isa Awad, aka Izzy from the block, and I'm a master chemistry student here at Vrije and UvA, and I'm currently working on a new living organic kombucha fabric.
Sustainability is super broad. Like, even in the simplest sense that something is made very carefully and will last very long can already be sustainability.
Welcome inside the Vrije. Let me show you the hybrid forms lab where art and science comes together. The basic kombucha drink, which you can make from sugar, green tea, and a SCOBY, a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. And when you throw this all in such a bucket and you cultivate it for 2 weeks, you will get an acidic drink which is known as kombucha. And this drink has several health benefits, such as digestive health effects, but also it can be used as a probiotic. So when you cultivate long enough, which you can see here in my mini farm, you see that there starts to grow a bacterial cellulose layer on top of the tea. And this bacterial cellulose layer can be used as a fashion garment. So in this farm, I try to combine several experiments to see if I can fasten the production process of this bacterial cellulose layer, or whether I can use different dyes to color the bacterial cellulose. But now comes the magic part. So all this bacterial cellulose, depending on the batch you make it in and the size of it, you create big garments of bacterial cellulose. And if you eventually dry this, you will get a leather-like structure, like this, which is easy stitchable. But it's also, you can use different coloring agents during the cultivation process. This is, for example, used with the coloring agent hibiscus. Not only fastens the production of bacterial cellulose, but it also gives like a pink color to the bacterial cellulose. But not only hibiscus you can also use curcuma from the curcuma longa plant, or you can use campeche. So this is now the funny part. You can also color your bacterial cellulose layer with not only dyes, but also with an iron structure. So this, when it was wet and I let it dry on an iron structure, it got the color yellow, which is very favorable because it's a nice color. So let's move now to the original aspect of my project, where I try to combine living photosynthetic organisms with kombucha bacterial cellulose. So the first experiment I did with dried kombucha bacterial cellulose and moss to see if they can live in synergy, and that works perfectly well. But where the magic happens is this part, where I combined wet kombucha bacterial cellulose with plants. So I made an addition on the bacterial cellulose in such a way that plants can grow on the bacterial cellulose. So what I'm now doing is I try to combine different plant species on top of the wet kombucha bacterial cellulose, and that works perfectly well. And the living proof of that this fabric is biodegradable is here. For like a big piece of kombucha that I put in here, I put moss and different other plants on top to see if it can compost. That's what you can see here. The bacterial cellulose is actually totally gone and only moss is now growing on it. So eventually you end up with a living kombucha bacterial cellulose that is fully edible, that is drinkable. And most importantly, you created 100% biodegradable fabric that can be used for multiple purposes and especially for a new sustainable fashion industry. I think the future of fashion is combining living photosynthetic organisms with fabrics that are made of bacteria. My name is Isa Awad, aka Izzy from the block, here from the Vrije Universiteit Amsterdam, and let's make a change.
From the cracks in the world, in the order from things, I summon the queer ones, the fount of our love, to rise from below and descend from above, to bridge now the gap that exists in our hearts.
So let's move now to the roze.
I love the structure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kombucha love.
Ja, ik zat even. Fashion is. Oké, ga even.